So, I'm sorry for the quick bake. Didn't distract you.
This is lovely. Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here. You want a hug?
Sure.
This was exactly what I was wishing for in my hardest, yuckest, darkest, most alonest times was we had a teeny tiny kitchen, which actually was almost exactly like this, except for it was exactly like this, just situated a little, but a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And this was a lot smaller. Mine and Ainsley's my bedroom, our living space. When she co-slept with me for a year, it was her bed too. So there was this whole other room that kind of became basically our closet, place to store stuff. There's a spare bed in there. We're just gonna close that off. I'm having all kinds of realizations right now.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
I love how open this space
I
is.
know. And so much sun.
Yeah, so many windows.
And I was correct. This tree was just fairly recently chopped to that. Had all the leafy areas removed.
Yeah.
Because I just recently got to meet the prior occupant. And he was like, holy crap, I didn't even notice. Yeah, that used to shade this whole side of the house. I'm like, well, we're going to get a lot of... Nobody's ever had so much sun in this house.
Yeah, I kind of like it,
Oh my God, I love it, love it, love it.
The shade felt good, and I like how it's a lot of illumination, especially, during the winter.
Oh my God, it barely feels like winter sometimes. It's been a warmer winter than usual, but yeah, once we get I've long dreamed of a greenhouse house with plants hanging from everywhere. Same. And just lush, and the air will be so clean. And all my housemates, Brian's coming around, all my housemates are like, yay plants, yay more, yay, look at all these that we can split. And I'll be giving them away too. I've made spider plant bonsai that I'm gonna give away. And that's cool. And a lot of them are made from Jeanette's spider plants. So it's this whole spread. I'm super bummed. I don't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about Lisa giving Brian a book that intellectualized you and your experiences.
Yeah, but it's not. Luckily, it's not specifically oriented towards autistics. It's really talking about just all the ways. Why do you gesture so much? The way people intuitively wanted to speak with their bodies has been shamed and ridiculed, and you're too distracting, And so it's this I kept begging him to will you just try to speak, try to understand my language. I keep telling you that you're trying to force me to speak your language when I'm completely offline. And it's fucking destabilizing, and then you get mad at me because I say it wrong, because I'm I can't speak yours. I need you to at least try to understand mine. So get mad at me because I'm not speaking yours.
Sometimes when I have those moments, I ask the person, can you repeat back to me what you're hearing me say?
And see, but that really takes a lot of presence. I've only just gotten to we've talked about doing that forever and ever and ever, but then when we're in it, neither of us remember. I might have but I'm so destabilized I can't translate the words out of my mouth, and when I do, it's only very recent that he has always overridden me, even when I'm hey, we promised to stop anyway. But we don't. He's getting better. So yeah, and so yeah, everybody I guess needs the key that unlocks it all, all this building of knowledge that he's been amassing and hasn't understood how it all goes together. And then there's always that one book or something that just kind of, so he's been questing for it, and I think he's found it, and there's some other books coming his way he's excited about, and the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows was something
that sounds cool. Amazing.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't posted about it yet. If I can find our copy.
Okay.
And if you hang out.
Okay.
Okay. You really were going to start saying something, I think, about you.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
No, nothing's really coming to my mind right now. But I'm an open book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think my share on New Year's was along the lines of, like, I've had the opportunity to say this a couple of times, but it was great to say it again. After, I think I went last, after everybody had shared, very openly, transparently, heart-centered, almost everybody was like, I'm so grateful to be here. This is an amazing way to start the year. And I'm just like, yay. We are here. This is the dream I was creating, and it's actually better even than I thought. And I knew that some of that closeness only comes from longevity and repetition of hanging out. And, lots of exposures, but I didn't realize, I think what I didn't dream of is how many people were going to keep coming back, and we're going to keep coming back and keep getting to know us and our environment. And there's quite a few folks who are here who have been to Brian's stuff, like from a long, long ago. Larry was at his very first cuddles or whatever. And then quite a few of them have either been with us a long time, since at least 2019, or have come within the past few years.
Yeah, I think that's when you and I first met. Or
I think actually the fall or winter of 2018, because
Yeah.
I don't think I was Sophia's business partner yet when we first met in Bruce's basement.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it was 2018.
Can we talk about that now?
Sure.
Because I've long had this dream, and I originally thought I was going to record it, but I think it's better to be able to at least do this one live. So I've long had this dream of, like, telling people the first moment that you, like, really came into my consciousness. And obviously, if there's a moment that it's like crystal clear to me, a real clear memory capsule, then I know, okay, well, that person, if I remember the moment I became aware of them, then that's significant. And so it's kind of shady or shadowy, just because I was sort of overwhelmed, and I think it was my first time, like, co-facilitating or something. And but I was pretty high. I was like, things are going really well. This is exciting. This is cool. This is, wow, people are really loving this and really getting into it. And I think it was during a break you came over to me and said something like that I wasn't able to retain that due to the level of overwhelm, but it was something along the lines of, like, wow, I've already, like, learned a lot from you, or something. So I don't know if you remember what I'm referring to.
I'm sure if I thought about it long enough, I could. I've been having such a difficult time retaining information lately. I do remember the first time I saw you, and I can remember the space, and I can remember feeling like curious and inspired by, like, your natural embodiment.
Really?
Yeah.
Even that early, because I didn't feel like I was embodied at all, and that was not the feedback I was usually receiving at that point.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, that's exactly how I experienced you, like, firsthand. Was just, like, this totally empowered,
so sweet, really?
clear. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I remember being like, I remember seeing you, and I mean, Sophia has her own magic.
Oh, for sure. Jeez, yeah.
But, like, I felt so